Hi everyone, it's Ingrid from Women Building Wealth, and I want to share with you a little activity we did in our Women Building Wealth social club. We actually made wealth building vision boards, okay? So this is an example of one. So we have a club and we meet and we talk about everything related to wealth. Now, wealth isn't just money, it's like basically thinking about happy, healthy, wealthy is the best way to do it. And that has many different components of it, and it's totally individual for you, however you define wealth on your terms. So for our vision boards, I actually really love this one. I think it perfectly captures the essence of what it intended to do. So at the foundation of it, we actually tapped into Danielle Laporte's The Desire Map, okay? And this is about how to create goals with soul. And at the start of it, what we did is we just created a list of words, so desired core feelings. So how do we want to feel? And the reason you want to do this is a lot of the times that you can have really ambitious vision boards. So here's another example of one. Really ambitious vision boards. And what can happen is you can have many years and you can almost have the exact same thing and you feel like you don't achieve them, you don't accomplish them. So what's wrong there? Something isn't quite gelling, and why is that continuing to happen? So we took a totally different approach this year, and we actually thought, well, how do I want to feel? Let's go with our desired core feelings, meaning when I see these laid out in these goals and what I want to have happen, am I setting goals that actually feed into how I want to feel? The basic premise being that how you feel in your days creates how you feel in your months, creates how you feel in your year. And if you want to have an awesome year, then you can do things on a daily basis that feel really good for you, okay? So what we did is we started with sort of our words, okay? So this one has energized, adventurous, connected, progressing, affluent, and freedom. And so a variety of pictures were taken from magazines. So a really good one that we love to use is Oprah's magazine. They have tons of great images and just really positive, soul and like exciting, sort of live on your terms, vibrant, energetic, and all of those sort of things that you can think of. And create just cut out words that fit in, or cut out images or words, you could do either, that fit into how you want to feel, okay? And then as you start to get your images and you create things and what do you want, you can create a board for yourself and you sort of lay it out. Now there's something really interesting that I want to highlight here. So this is a board from 2016, and there's lots of different images and great stuff, and there's tons of different things that were going to happen, like babysitting twice a month in terms of hiring a babysitter twice a month, so a couple time could be in there, childcare, personal trainer, business coach, retreats, and then there's all of the different businesses that we wanted to have sort of fueled through this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay? And then there's our sort of wealth building or financial goals here, okay? Now this is just an example of one. You would have one that would be totally different for you. And what happened was, I wouldn't necessarily say that 2016 was a wildly successful year. So what went wrong? It obviously is much more than a vision board, but when you look at it, the board that was created for 2017 is much more clean. And it's so funny how so many of the things, you need to do what feels right for you. If you want a board and you just want to have a single focus this year, I would focus on something that's positive for you. Instead of a goal that you like, I don't want to go bankrupt, or I hate my job and I want to quit. Instead of thinking about things you want to move away from, try and think about the things you want to move towards. So I would love to be in a position to be financially free. Well, how can I do that through here? So some of the words that are on the back and how they tie in here. So for example, this like green smoothie or this green healthy drink has to do with feeling energized, like taking care of your health and feeling really vibrant and feeling really great. Being adventurous, okay, has to do with the camper up here, like doing things that are just really, really, you're discovering new adventures, you're creating something that's just totally unique to you. However you describe adventure, it might be jumping out of a plane, like it's completely unique to you. And then there's some other things in here in terms of affluence, in terms of, some people feel really wealthy when they're with their family, when they're completely present in front of people that they love, when they don't have worries that are interfering with that, or they don't have, their boss calling them, or if you're self-employed, you don't have worries about your business that are really distracting from all this stuff. Socializing was a big part of it, feeling connected. Also, this is connectivity, like spending some time by yourself and connecting with yourself, okay? And then there's sort of the affluent in terms of learning, personal development, growing, but also doing things that build our own wealth. We have our wealth goals here in terms of we want to increase the revenue by 25% for our business. There's a number. So I'd really advise you to put numbers next to this. And maybe you want to have sky high numbers, but it depends on you as a person. If you had a sky high number and it made you feel discouraged, like that's an impossibility, I'd never achieve it, choose something that could be realistic for you, that you feel good about, right? So maybe even if it's only $100 a month or $20 a month and you have that set up on automatic withdrawals, you do what works for you. So this part is really how are you building your wealth? And that's what makes it different than a really nice, just beautiful images vision board. We take all this all feeds into our happiness, our goals with soul, and then we also have a component in terms of financial goals. And what are we going to do this year? There's no point in having this if you can't have this. I mean, if you want to be a Scrooge and you want to save all your money and stop doing any enjoyment, that's one way to do it. But usually when people do that, what happens is they end up going crazy and they end up splurging. And they end up spending most of the money that they save because they feel like there's been so little joy in their daily life. You want to find a nice balance between how can you feed your soul and how can you do things that are exciting for you and they make you feel great and you feel like really positive, and you are still saving, investing, and doing things that are really positive, right? So this is our wealth building vision board. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it was helpful for you. Please subscribe to the channel or like the video, and in the comment section, let us know what one of your big goals is for this year. Okay, thank you.